Hi, you have me again.
Okay. Hope they're paying you double.
Say that again?
So I hope they're paying you double.
Yeah, sadly not. No.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, right. All right. I'm just trying to remember what I asked you. Jordan, it seemed like you were having a lot of fun out there today, enjoying the crowds, and felt comfortable seemingly out there on the course of your game.
Yeah, this all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink out here is certainly it's a trial run, let's put it that way. People seem to be taking advantage, but it's nice to be feeling a lot of the hometown support when that's the case. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good atmosphere out here. It's crazy to think that we were here a year ago with not one person following. So what a difference a year makes, and hopefully we can continue to progress that way, across the world.
For sure. And in terms of your game and how comfortable you're feeling with the swing and as well as with the stroke?
Yeah, I really, the first couple rounds I gave myself a lot of chances, and I got a little off today for sure. I've got to kind of maybe look at a couple and maybe talk to my coach, just kind of figure out how to tighten it up. I think it was just kind of one of those days where, I made kind of one not so good swing, and then I was just protecting against some stuff. And it's hard. If you get a little off out here, you get pretty exposed because you have to be so precise. But even though I was off, I was then kind of changed the game plan. Let's get ourselves, if we're going to miss the fairway, we're going to miss it over here. We're going to peel it off this side. And was able to make a few birdies on the back nine with what felt like, very little when I was over the ball. I think that was just a position play and a lot of patience, and I think 9 was big for me. I punched it out after being offline and got up and down for par, and it led to a bogey-free, few under back 9. That was kind of a big kind of confidence. Okay, let's settle in, let's make kind of the right decisions, and then if it starts to feel better, then we can attack some pins.
How fun was it dueling with Jason, and how much did that contribute to a bit of your mindset out there?
Yeah, it wasn't really until, midway through the back 9 where that kind of came up, and then I think he made, 3 birdies in 4 holes, and ended up being, 4 and 5 or 6 holes through the 17th. And it's never easy to win out here. It's a Saturday. It's one of those where, you'd like to separate yourself and get a big lead, but when he's going to go make those putts on the back 9, and he's a player that plays with a lot of confidence. I've always noticed that about him. And some guys, you kind of, when they get to Saturday with the lead, they step up and you see like a tentativeness, and he's going to be very difficult tomorrow, I think, along with obviously Sergio, who's been playing some tremendous golf the last couple of years. And Colonial's a great setting for a good finish.
Finally, just speak to the setting here at Colonial, how comfortable you are on this golf course, and how that fuels your confidence in your game.
Yeah, I've won here, but I've had a couple times where I was standing on that fence and watching guys putt on the 18th, kind of hoping for a miss to get into a playoff. Fortunately, I can control my own destiny tomorrow. That's obviously what you want when you start on Thursday. It's teeing off Sunday with a chance to control what you can, and of course that doesn't really yield super low scores, and I think that's nice. Those first couple holes you want to get off to a good start. But after that, you just plug along. You hit point A to point B, and you try. At the end of the day, if you're a few under, it's a really good round out here.
Perfect. Thank you. You've had enough talking to me today. Speak to the maestro.
I've just got one, and then we'll let Sean finish up. Just the sequence of first bogey of the week at 5, followed by a good birdie at 6, and then 8, and then a nice par save at 9. If you could just kind of walk us through those two.
Yeah, 5. So 5, I took driver the last 2 days, and I wanted to take driver the whole week, but it just doesn't make sense when the wind's down off the right. There's just no fairway there with those trees. You'd have to essentially hit a controlled slice. And so I went to a 3-wood and never really was fully committed. And to be honest, I was almost, you never want to make a bogey, but when I made the bogey, I'm like, all right, good. I was very aware that I hadn't made a bogey for the tournament. And then to get it back on 6 was just kind of the perfect situation. When I birdied 4, I think that was really nice. I felt a little more comfort about going off that 5th tee, saying, this is okay. It's a hard hole. Let's try and get up there on the green in 2. But like you mentioned, I put a really bad swing on it on 8, and that led to another one on 9, and that par save was really big. I really didn't have much over there in the trees. I kind of contemplated for a minute sending it into the bunker or the grandstands. and that was quickly shut down. And I agreed with Michael on the let's punch it out and hit a wedge up and see if we can make a putt. That was large for me to make the turn at 1 under, feeling like I had kind of gotten away with a couple.
Okay, we'll let Sean finish up with a couple.
What did you hit in the 13 and 18?
I hit a wedge and pitching wedge on both.
Okay. And then with larger crowds and enthusiastic crowds, was 18 the largest roar you've heard in a while?
It was a good roar. I mean, we've had normally longer putts or bigger roars. That was a nice one. I want to say that one on 18 of the first round of the Byron Nelson was definitely the loudest. But yeah, I mean, they're all comparable. It's just nice to have them back. The roars are what kind of make these tournaments. I mean, that's what gives us that kind of fun energy to feed off of, and I mean, again, like I mentioned earlier, comparing this to last year, I mean, what a cool setting this course provides versus, I was in a similar position last year, and it's just not the same.
Yeah. That was it.
Okay,
Cool.
thanks.
Thank you.